Hey YouTube, just doing a quick review on this Sony FM AM model number IF-S as in Sam, 10 M as in Mary, K as in Kilo, and 2. So here's the numbers here. Okay, this is a Sony, this is more of a handheld. They call it like a pocket radio. It can certainly be put in a pocket, no problem. You could also just, if you didn't want to have something that plugs in on your desk at work, you could just stand this at your desk and have just a little bit of background noise too. This would be also good because it's built just heavy enough, heavier duty than say this, and I believe this is pronounced Kaito or Kaito, this small little one, and it probably would maybe have a little more capability in terms of reception than something like this Colby that we talked about earlier. Now, there's all kind of little radios out there, but believe it or not though, just dedicated AM and FM radios are just a little bit harder to find than they used to, especially in these small forms. This one's, I got this one about 1.5 years ago, so it's right now, it's coming up to the end of August of 2016, so just as reference. And this is kind of rare a little bit in some sense because it's all analog. No digital, nothing on this, and I did it on purpose. This is actually kind of hard to find these. I got this one on Amazon. I did have to wait about a month to get it because it came directly overseas. And so I got this direct from China. It takes, let's see here, 2 AA batteries. And on the, and this is just coming off from memory though. I do have the product insert somewhere that I saved, the packaging, just because I was interested in the run times. But if memory serves me right, and I'm pretty freaking sure this is correct, that the AM runs about 60 hours, and the FM, I think it was around 40 hours. It's something like that. It's very efficient, and you get a lot of life. There's a little light that comes on right here where it says tune, and that just means when you've actually found a good strong signal, it'll light up. And as you can see, it has the full FM and AM band. No weather. They do have some of those, but some of those have, I mean, all that I found at least, they were mostly like digital. And I don't want a digital screen in case it breaks and I can't figure out where I'm at on the dial. Now over here, it has your earbuds or headphone jack. You're on and off here. You can just you push it up and it comes out of the off button position, and you have your volume, and so that's how you turn it on and off, and your volume as well. And then you have this recessed here, this antenna that's telescopic that goes straight up, and you can extend it, a little hand lanyard. And back here though, there's like some ventilation just to keep the item from overheating, and your battery compartment down here. This is the one that I keep in my vehicle. It's very compact. It just goes in the center console and no problem. Here's your tuning dial on this side of the radio, and your AM and FM selector switch. As you can see, it's very simple, and that's pretty much it. It's just a nice silver plastic. Now compared to a standard 3x5 notepad, as you can see, the radio is just slightly smaller. If I bring it down to the corners here, I would have to estimate that there's probably about 1/3 of an inch, or just a little more than 1/3 of an inch around. Maybe about 1/3 of an inch on the side and about 1/2 an inch on top. That is, it's smaller than the notepad. Compared to a Altoids can, as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger than an Altoids can, but it's not a big radio. In my hand, it feels like maybe it's about 5.5 to 6.5 ounces roughly, with batteries in it, and this has pretty good reception. It's not like unbelievable, but actually on AM it does pull in pretty good, especially during the day, which is the hardest time that, especially middle of the day, it's the hardest time to get AM. It does okay. Just a few minutes ago, I turned it on and I was able to get some channels about roughly 60 miles away on AM with no problemo. And at night, they're really strong at night. Now the FM is very good on this, very excellent, at least in my area. And so I just wanted to show you this. This is a pretty cool radio, the Sony IF-S10MK2. And I think that you can still get these. It's like I said, it's been about over a year, so I don't know for sure, but I did wait and I was patient, and I got these on sale. It was actually a pretty decent price. I don't even remember the exact amount, but I know that it was decent. It was definitely under $20. If memory serves me right, I think it was around somewhere between 12 and 15 at the most. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have paid more for that than this. But, ideally, though, people are going to probably say, well, don't you want to have some NOAA weather bands on your radio? Don't you want maybe a little bit of shortwave capability? And I totally agree. But I'm just saying, for a dedicated little radio that you can have as an auxiliary or backup, because these are just backups for me. These are not my primary. I would definitely want to have full spectrum receiving, types of radios with weather band and shortwave, and to monitor local police and fire and all that stuff. And I do have that. But this is just something that's really specific, that there is that possibility that those towers in your area could be knocked out that actually carry the, and transmit the weather band. Those are not impervious to anything. So you may have to, be a little bit more reliant on AM and FM to get some more local news, because it's possible that the emergency broadcast on the NOAA weather band that's in your area, that covers your area, may not be active. That would probably be unlikely, but it could happen. So you definitely want to have, 3 to 4 different bands to go to for information. And of course, that would be your NOAA weather band, your AM band, your FM band, and most likely, if you do have in your area a shortwave transmission site, sometimes you might actually have a station that transmits on shortwave that's more local, and I mean local, within 100 miles. You can tune in there, and they could probably give you a little bit of a hint what's going on in your local area to some degree. So as always, thanks a lot for tuning in. These are just some. These last 3 videos have just been some radios that I wanted to show, because kind of was just I found the armband one in a storage area, and I was like, man, that's cool. And the battery was still working. It still does fine after all this time. And then this little guy I found on my table, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's still hanging around, even though he used to be in bags I used to carry. He doesn't have a home right now. And then this one is in my car, and as a backup means of communication, to receiving communication. And I was like, you know what, I can just pull it out and just test the batteries, and the batteries are just fine. And but yeah, this has quite a long time in terms of being able to function. Of course, if you have the volume cranked all the way up, you're going to get less runtime. But if you keep it on a pretty low level, you can get some pretty respectable runtimes on these. And so, as always, thanks for watching. And you could always probably extend the life of this battery, especially the Sony, if you plugged in the earbuds versus using the main speaker. Because I'm just thinking theoretically, it may be easier and less, easier on the battery to use the earbuds than the main speaker. So I guess you could do whatever you want, but always keep extra batteries for your radios, and maybe even have a means to charge them up if possible. Some people have hand chargers that work on rechargeable batteries. All these different things you have to look into if that's what you want to do. But if you have any radio, especially some more compact ones, the mini and pocket size that you have that work really well, that are maybe even are still available on the market, that you could share with others, feel free to put that in the comment section below. And always share the video if you would like, and hit the subscribe button. And if you're not already a subscriber, I appreciate it very much. And share the video to other sites and stuff. Tell friends. And it's always, thanks for watching. I mean, I really enjoy all the feedback over the months that I've been doing this. The channel is growing nice and strong. And as always, I hope everyone's well. Catch you real soon.